Right, there we go. The Reds are back to winning ways. It's been a while since Liverpool last kicked a game, but what an emphatic win that was. Gritty, determined. At the end of the day, the points are all that matter. At the end, Liverpool are getting a lot more closer. I think if you asked every single one of us, if you would have asked me, and I've done a couple of podcasts since we last spoke, being on everyone's going, Liverpool won't get top four, but funnier things have happened in football, and Newcastle done as a job. Chelsea snuck a good result against Manchester City. I was hoping Aguero would have scored that penalty, but Chelsea dropping points, but you won all 3 points. But Leicester's running is going to be a big positive for Liverpool Football Club. It's down to us now, really, to win all our remaining games. The first hurdle is done. Southampton. It wasn't the most amazing performance at the end of the day, but who really cares? Allison, yet again, apart from one moment where we all probably jumped off our seats and went woo when he in that second half where he gave the ball away to Shea Adams, but a remarkable performance by Ali yet again. We've seen so many performances by that man in between the sticks this season, really, and you couldn't ask for anything more. And up front, the first time Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah have combined this year with a goal. Salah setting up Sadio at the back post, and it was a lovely threaded over the top through ball, Reds, and it was a remarkable finish. Sadio, I was more made up that he got his goal, Reds, wasn't it? He's had a lot of critics this season, rightly so, because I think him and Firmino have not hit the levels in which they expect from themselves, really. But at the end of the day, tonight Sadio done the business. Yeah, he had a couple of opportunities, but at the end of the day, he put that ball in the back of the net. He was in the box. He was wanting. He was hungry. That's all you get. 100% effort from these lads, and that's all we expect. And tonight, they got the result over the line. Nat Phillips, the Anfield Lark, need a favour from Man City earlier against Chelsea. Yeah, we did need it, the Anfield Lark, mate. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm more excited about this performance, mate. Everyone in the comment section below, let me thoughts. It was down to Liverpool. How many times this season has the pressure gone back on Liverpool's shoulders and Liverpool buckled? Very rarely that has happened over the last 3 years, but this year it's been just one of those years. The results have went Liverpool's. It was the last game at the weekend anyway. The last game was the Saturday anyway. We'll see what happens tomorrow in the fixtures. But Dave's gone with we were not good tonight, mate, but I'll take it. Dave, at the end of the day, it's a win. A win is a win. We get all 3 points, even if it's 1-0 game wins and we win 1-0 against Man United, mate. Points mean prizes, your famous saying, mate. At the end of the day, as long as Liverpool keep on getting these results. When we won the league, it was a battle every single week. I couldn't care less if Liverpool play bad, but as long as we're winning games of football, that breathes momentum. It breathes confidence throughout the whole squad, and Nat Phillips at the back and Reece Williams, both of them young lads, phenomenal, absolutely amazing performance by those two. I think a lot has been put on their shoulders as such young players with not a lot of experience, but you got called upon tonight and they really did step up. It's not easy representing Liverpool Football Club because us fans around the world, we expect so much. We expect 3 points every single game that goes by, really. But thank you for everyone tuning in. You're absolute legends. Make sure you drop a like on the video. It really does help the YouTube algorithm. I'm intrigued to see your thoughts in the comment section below as we do go out tonight. Make sure you do get your thoughts on who was your man in the match. I know a lot of people have said Allison. For me, it's going to be between Allison and Trent. I think he played phenomenal going forward, especially. He's like us. He's a fan at the end of the day, but he lives and breathes Liverpool Football Club. He wants his club to be back into the Champions League, and you can see from his performances over the last couple of weeks, he has been possibly the one person that has tried his utmost to try and get the ball over the line. And tonight some of his deliveries were absolutely ridiculous. We know he's capable of that ability on the ball, but he was exceptional tonight. Salah yet again, He's been our leading light this season. I think if we didn't have him, but tonight he was getting his head up and getting rid of this notion that the presser, we know there's not an issue between Salah and Mane, but I think if you let me know if you've seen it on Sky Sports tonight, Reds. I loved the way Redknapp shut up. Was it Mika Richards before at the game anyway, about talking about Salah and Mane? They just love to beat this drum about those two not getting on, but that wasn't there tonight. It was phenomenal between those two, the interchanging. Thiago getting that goal. I was screaming on Twitter. Don't know if you've seen it, Reds, but I was like, do not take Thiago off, because when he left the pitch against Newcastle, we just lost the whole control of the game. Yes, Thiago is tiring, but he offers you that real killer quality in front of goal in terms of that ability to control the game, dictate the play, that ability to just play one through ball and the attacking players one-on-one, but it was up to him. And the whole bench, as he said on commentary, they were screaming at him to shoot, and he's got that ability. We've seen it at Bayern over the last couple of years, and obviously since he's come into Liverpool, he's been exceptional. I think we'll see a lot more of him next season. It's going to be a big season for the whole of the squad, but I'm really intrigued to see how he really develops his game, how he plays alongside the likes of Fabinho. The midfield, Gini had a great opportunity in that first half. Great header, a great leap from a corner. A lovely ball in by Trent, but unlucky to get his head directed that to goal, really. The midfield, as I said, it wasn't the most glitzy, glamorous performance in that second half. I think every single one of us were biting our nails, to put it kindly. But yeah, that Chelsea win pretty much writes off a top four chance, but very happy with a good end to a Saturday night. Mitchell, have you seen Leicester's fixtures, mate? I know it's going to be asking a lot, because Liverpool need to win all. We need to win every single game, but as I said, Mitchell at the top of the show, it's if Liverpool do our job, and fair play to the teams that do finish top four, because I think every single one of us, when I've been speaking to one of you on everyone on social media, the Reds all around the world, we know we don't deserve top four, but if somehow, some way Liverpool sneak into this top four position, I think that's it's good from Liverpool's part, but it's so bad from the opposition teams in and around us, really. Eamon's, nice one to see you in, lads. I really do appreciate you dropping in, getting your comments in as well. And thank you to every single one of you for dropping a like on the stream. Really do appreciate all the support on all the content. Apologies, I haven't been doing as much on the channel. Just I was being very busy with my other content, really. But we're not getting top four with these performances. We can get the odd win, yes, but it's way too late. Until it's mathematically impossible for us, I'd very much agree with you, mate. I think these performances don't really fill us with a lot of confidence. I think every single one of us can agree on that. But if there's one team that has got the experience within their ranks, we've seen the likes of Leicester last season. How you doing, Willow? Nice one for your comment, mate. We've seen the likes of Leicester. Will they buckle under the pressure? West Ham and Liverpool have got the most easiest run-ins, you could say. If there is going to be another protest, will Liverpool get all 3 points if the game is abandoned against Manchester United? You would more or less agree, but you never know what is going to happen with the fans anyway in terms of the rescheduled fixture. But Liverpool have got to keep on doing. I know lads, I know I've said on Doug's channel, on Connor's channel as well, and Dave's have said top four's over, and I think I'd agree with every single one. I don't see us really cementing that top four, but funny things have happened in football, mate. You never know. Teams can buckle under pressure. Chris, nice one for your comments, Red. Make sure you do get your comments in. I want to know who was your standout performers in tonight's game. As I said, wasn't the most glitzy, glamorous performance, but a win is a win at the end of the day. Chris has gone, I'll take that, not convincing, very scrappy. Lucky Southampton didn't finish the roast dinner at the end. We finished our roast dinner. Good win, 1 win down, 4 to go, Chris. That's a good description of roast dinners, mate. Hopefully you're all having a lovely roast dinner tomorrow come Sunday. The lads do deserve it after this anyway, but Nice one for your comment, Chris. I hope you're having a lovely day, mate, and every single one of you watching. It wasn't a great match, but it's from Willow. It wasn't a great match, but a win is a win. Take those 3 points. West Ham, toughest game is tomorrow versus Everton. I tell you, it's what would we want out of that? Possibly we'd want an Everton draw. A draw or let's have a look. I've got the table up there. Yeah, Liverpool are a point behind West Ham, so we could more or less do with them getting beat. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Everton, if they did win that game, they'd still be 2 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool will be on 57, with Everton, if they do win against West Ham, will be on 55 points with the same games played anyway, Reds. So it's very important. Good evening, Jack. Calvin, how you doing, mate? Good to see you all back in. Jegster, yay! Appreciate every single one of you for taking the time out to drop a like on the video as well and getting involved, Reds. Overall, having a lovely Saturday night, having a bevy or a cup of tea, whatever. If you're in work, hopefully work's not being too chocker-blocker for you. But yeah, nice one, Chris. Good evening, lads. Let's hope West Ham drop 2 points. 2 great goals tonight. Jegster, yeah. It's remarkable, isn't it, lads? I don't know if you've seen. Sky can make a 3D model picture within seconds about if, obviously, if you haven't seen it, go on Twitter tonight. There's a 3D image. I don't know if you didn't see it on Sky. They made of Salah's vision or like viewpoint at that exact moment of when he picks up the ball to find Mane. But yet VAR takes about half an hour to draw an imaginary line. It's remarkable. The technology is there. It's just the absolute sheer muppets that are using the technology. I think we'd all do a better job in terms of the people controlling it anyway. But spot on there, Jags. 2 great goals. Thiago, what a phenomenal goal that was. He was tiring come the end of that game. I think when we've watched him this season, especially the second half of the season, he's really tired. But I think that's coming with the physicality of the Premier League. I know the Bundesliga, it's such a demanding league, but nothing is on the scale of the physicality of the Premier League. I think it's probably taken him aback. Obviously, he did get COVID-19 anyway, he was affected, so we don't know how it's affected players or athletes this season. I think we'll get a bigger picture next season because the players are human. They still could be feeling the effects of the virus anyway. But Calvin, great win for the Reds. It sure was, matey. 3 points will stay in the top 4. Hey, Calvin, yeah, no, spot on there, lads. The 1892 Reds podcast. How you doing, Nicky? Or it might be Ricky or Luke. Let me know who it is, boys. But nice one for dropping in, lads. Good win for us tonight. Manchester United. The game now we will fail if we United game now we fail to win. Top 4 race is over. Spot on there, mate. Yeah, as I said, the lads have already said, all of us, we've just got to win every single game until now at the end of the season. Tom, how you doing, matey? Long time no see. I'm made up to see a lot of the old legendary subscribers. Hopefully, your support really does mean the absolute world to us. I appreciate taking the time out on late on a Saturday night to get involved in the comments. Nice one for that, lads. Evening, Jack, and all you LFC legends. Allison was his man of the match all day long. Yeah, Tom, it was that save on the first half, wasn't it, Reds, in terms of the way in which he narrowed down the angle. We all know how good Ali is, but it was that opportunity in that first half where he come out and then Liverpool scored on that exact breakaway. It was fantastic. That's what you want, and that's what we bought him for. Moments in games, and we've seen this season, especially in the second half, it's more or less been Allison saving it at the back. It's either been a case of Liverpool's defence playing well one week and Liverpool's attacking players playing bad one week, or a case of Liverpool's attacking players playing great one week and then the defence playing bad one week. So it's we've not had the right balance, but Allison, he stepped up tonight. I think he made one mistake, but at the end of the day, he made some fantastic opportunities. Yep, we've spoken about already, every single one of you has spoke about Southampton's chances. I think just quickly rattle through the stats anyway. Liverpool had 14 shots, to Southampton's 12 shots. 6 shots on target for Liverpool to Southampton's 6 shots. So obviously Allison and Fraser Forster, very posh there. Fraser Foster making 2 great. Both of them were very much in inspired form. Liverpool dominated possession in terms of 54% to Southampton's 46 passes for Liverpool, 550 to Southampton's 477. Pass accuracy 87 for Liverpool, and Southampton had an 83% percent accuracy anyway. So both sides very composed on the ball tonight. Not both sides didn't give a lot away in terms of the possession of the ball, which is very. It's the staple of this Southampton side. I think both sides have had very different seasons. They've had 2 very indifferent seasons. Southampton and Liverpool started off very well, and then both sides have really struggled, especially in that second half of the season. Willow just replying to Tom, just saying hello. The 1892 Reds podcast. Hopefully Everton take something from the West Ham tomorrow. Hi Helen, nice one for dropping in. Mitchell, nice one for your comment, lad. Who do you like from the Southampton side? Mitchell spoke, everyone. He's asked us all a question. For me, mate, if you had to pick one, it was... Let's quickly get their line-up anyway. I'm so bad with names. James Ward-Prowse. It'd be interesting, mate, only because of his ability on the ball, mate. Mate, everyone, let Mitchell know who would you like in this Southampton side. I'd say Danny Ings, but we had him for 2 years, so that's cheating, mate. But if I had to pick a player, I think I really like Kyle Walker-Peters. Obviously, when he was at Spurs, it's great to see that he's broke away from Spurs and really established himself as a first team regular in the Premier League. Not a lot of English, especially English young players, do that. He's got to deserve a lot of credit. He's went to Southampton, he got game time, and tonight he got in behind Liverpool a couple of times, couldn't quite get his head up. He had the 1 or 2 excellent deliveries, but I think a lot of teams in the Premier League, if Walter Peters does continue his development, as we've seen since he's left Tottenham, I think he's a player to watch anyway. Him and Lamptey, 2 right backs, especially in the Premier League, that I really do like. Lamptey's a lot better than Kyle Walker-Peters, but I think if he continues his growth under Ralph Hasenhüttl, I think he's going to be an excellent player in the coming years for Southampton, most notably. Divyam, there you go, mate. Hi Jack, how are we? Not too bad, mate. Hope you're not too bad, matey. Hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Even better that Liverpool won all 3 points, won it. I know we were all crapping our pants come the end of that game. Tell you, I was pacing up and down my bedroom watching that game, everyone. I'm pretty sure every single one of you were probably pacing around the kitchen or wherever you were watching the game. Your family members were like, probably sit down, will you? Relax. But none of us can. It's watching Liverpool. That's what does it for us. The way this season, I think I've seen on social media. I don't know if you were the same. I've seen everyone just being so negative. Just saying about, yeah, we're gonna concede. And I was like, if you look on me, what a poster. I was like, just believe. I did say that against Newcastle, but you could sense the goal was coming. But in that second half, the grit and the determination for this game, most importantly, we got the ball over the line. We got the 2 balls over the line anyway. Jack, the 1892 Reds podcast, Reece, Tunis, Williams. Fortunately, Allison was playing well as the sweeper tonight. Yeah, the 1892 Reds podcast, Reds, he was more or less playing like Manuel Neuer tonight. We know his distribution, him and Edison, great goalkeepers for Brazil, as well as Liverpool and City anyway. Both of them are remarkable with the ball at the feet. That's why we signed Allison, for his ability, not just shot stopping, but the ability to play in and around with his defence and stepping into the midfield like he did tonight. There was that one pass that we've already mentioned at the top of the show that he did play to Shea Adams, but he made up. He was in inspired form. He was just making our hearts skip just that extra bit, just to wind us up anyway. Get in, lads. Ginny, get in, lads. What a way to top off our Saturday night. The Reds winning all 3 points. Eamons, spot on there. Thiago said we are fighting for a small miracle. Too right. I tell you, small miracles do happen. Very rarely do. If there's small miracles, they very rarely happen. But supporting the Reds, it's not an easy journey, but we love it. We absolutely love it. And I tell you, if we get into top 4 after the season we've had, it'd be amazing. I tell you, it will be amazing, considering the injury crisis in which Liverpool have had this season. But yeah, spot on there, lads. Hey Willow, long time no here. Spot on there, Tom Mitchell. Kyle Walker-Peters would be mine too. Good choice. Right. Yeah, spot on there, Mitchell. I like the way his ability on the ball, mate. He's a young lad. Vestergaard, he's an absolute man mountain, but I don't think he's got the ability or pace to really, if Liverpool signed him, I think he's too slow. It's alright. We've got our Nat Phillips. I tell you, if Liverpool, whatever happens with Nat Phillips, if he stays at Liverpool Football Club, signs a deal, if we do get top 4, I'd say, I know we have been on record as saying I could potentially see Nat Phillips leaving, but he does deserve his move and he deserves first team football, especially off the back if he does help Liverpool secure a top 4 place this season. I tell you, Michael Edwards would sell him for about 50-60 million to Milan or something, because there'll be a lot of teams clamouring round for the ability of this lad. He's so good, especially if we're playing against a low block side. I think if he just had that bit more pace about him, I tell you, Liverpool wouldn't be looking for centre-backs in the window anyway. But he's a phenomenal performance by the 2 young lads tonight at the back, Andy Robinson and Trent. The 2 wing-backs, or full-backs tonight, sorry, everyone Reds, I was really impressed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I was really impressed. Something that we haven't seen in a very long time this season. We've seen it when we won the league in the seasons prior. Was that just ability, just switching wings? Amount of times Robbo and Trent were like flicking the ball to either side of the pitch. It was great. I wish we'd seen that a lot more this season. That ability to stretch. I suppose I always get the hiccups. I haven't even got a glass of water. That ability just to switch the game and really stretch Southampton. I think that's what Liverpool done very well tonight. Something that we haven't seen a lot this season, but I think going into next season, we need to just keep on doing that. But that is helped by the ability of Nat Phillips and Reece Williams at the back. The confidence in which that gives Trent and Robbo to go a bit more further forward. The Dyson in midfield, giving that protection really for the fullbacks really to push on. I know Robbo didn't bomb on too much tonight, but I think he was more or less helping the very 2 young lads at the back. And Mane was playing very well down that left-hand flank. Jota had a couple of opportunities tonight. He didn't have a bad game. I felt he was getting in the opportunities, getting into the spaces really. He really got in the opportunity when he did get into the chance. I mean, he could have done a little bit better with his 1 or 2 opportunities, but he tested the goalkeeper and made the saves, and that's all you can ask from the attacking players as long as they're testing the goalkeeper. It's when they have the opportunities and they don't take it. That's where you're like, after the game, you're like, oh, really frustrated. But got your 1,000 steps in watching it, Jack. I tell you, mate, I need to get rid of this lockdown belly, mate. I know we need to put a lot more weight on, mate, but I think we've all got lockdown bellies after the year we've had. But yeah, I don't know. It's a Fitbit everyone has now. I'm not really down with the kids in terms of the technology of like fitness and all that, but is it a Fitbit? I tell you, or your iPhone steps or whatnot. Your iPhone would have been going through the roof. But yeah, I very much did, Mitchell. I'm absolutely knackered, mate. I'll sleep well. Thiago's goal, shake, get in, lads, get in, mate. Thiago, just from Tom. Thiago's interview was very impressive. If you haven't seen it, watch it back. The lad talks like he plays. Vision and intelligence. Love him to bits. Yeah, Tom. Yeah, it's phenomenal, mate. He's a very clever player, and like we've seen at Bayern over the last couple of years, you don't win that amount of trophies. You know, Pep Guardiola spoken highly when he managed at Bayern Munich anyway. He was very impressed by him when he managed him there. And we've seen last season in the Champions League, so pivotal for Bayern winning the Champions League anyway, but he's a key part and he will be a key cog in this Liverpool machine next season. If Liverpool go with 2 or 3 in midfield, I think if Liverpool are going to be successful next season or in the coming years, he will be a big key factor in Liverpool driving us forwards. But yeah, I will watch that, mate. Obviously, I just jumped on the live stream, mate. But yeah, spot on there, Tom. Make sure you do drop. It'll probably get uploaded on Sky's YouTube, will it, Tom? I think it will do, mate. Nice one, Tom. That's Tom Conley, absolute legend. What was the other one? This is from Divyam. Great to see William start. Hope Curtis will start too. Yeah, I think we'll continue with this lineup, mate. I think depends how games are going in terms of bringing on Curtis. I'm happy we didn't take off Thiago, really, because I think it would have disrupted the momentum. But you can bring on Curtis Jones with a couple of minutes to go when it is 2-0. I think at 1-0 you're really asking for problems, like it was against Newcastle. We all love Jürgen, but I think him himself after the game was scratching his head and he was like, why did I make these substitutions? I think the substitutions against Newcastle, we all learned that it disrupted the momentum. Yes, Liverpool weren't playing the best against Newcastle the back end of that game, but if you're making changes, especially when a team's playing bad, it's going to disrupt the whole momentum and the flow of midfield. I think, let me know in the comment section below, everyone in the comments, Reds. I think Liverpool need a bit more better game management in terms of not constantly looking to take the throw-ins so quick. It was at 1-0 and there was like 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes left on the clock anyway. And the lads are just throwing the ball in. Just take your time with the ball. Take a yellow card if you need to. I think that is something that Jürgen and we need. If there was fans in the stadium, I think you'd have the whole stadium going, take your time, lads. Just take your time. The amount of times against Newcastle we had the opportunities. If it looks bad on TV, who cares? You get 3 points. We need a bit more game management, but that comes from the leadership in which Jordan Henderson and Virgil van Dijk instill in this Liverpool side. James Milner as well. You just need a player to go, fuck it, go in the corner for the next 5 minutes, just soak up pressure, relieve pressure on that defence and midfield, really. Just take a couple of free kicks and that. Robbo Mane had a bit more about them tonight. Spot on there, mate. Apologies if I missed your comments, everyone. Helen has gone with, I hope you're hoping for the blue shite win tomorrow against the West Ham. Helen, I think we're all in favour, say aye. I love that, Helen. Spot on there. I know Tom, Willow's just replying to Tom, don't get much of a chance to get on here these days, mate. When I do, you can guarantee I'm going to be here for Jack. Nice one, Willow, you're absolute legends. As long as you're all keeping safe and well. It's been a mad year anyway, but all look after one another, Reds, and that's what we're here for. Me DMs are always open, Reds, as well. Everyone, if you don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, Jack Mac LFC on Twitter, the page. Drop us a DM if you ever want to talk. Anyway, Reds, always reply to you, absolute legends. But yeah, spot on there, Ginny Mitchell. I want a centre forward who can put away all these crosses. Mitchell, here's your mate. I would absolutely love that. If only we could recall Ian Rush, make him a bit more younger anyway, put him in between the sticks, I tell you. Imagine Ian Rush in between Sadio Mane and Salah. That'd be filthy. But very much agree with that, mate. I think that will be a big priority next season, especially goals from midfield. Reds won't. I think we'll do a couple of shows in the future this week, looking at how Liverpool can improve next season. It's about getting goals from midfield, and obviously with Ginny moving on, looking like more or less R.I.P. Claude, legend. A legend. His funeral was last Friday. Yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to all Claude's family. A real, true, passionate fan of Arsenal Football Club. Very much sorely missed. Thoughts go to Claude and all the Arsenal fans. Very much agree with that, Shay. Ginny's replied, fingers crossed, for Helen's comment about the Ev. I still yesterday. Jack, I'm in my mind to late 40s, mate, and I've got a Fitbit Easy. Oh, sorry, Willow, I tell you. Sorry, lad. No, 40's not old, lads. 40 is not old. I'm halfway to 50. Well, yeah, I was last year, so can't wait for my 50th. But yeah, over it. 40 is very young, mate. Shavers RIP Claude, agreeing with Ginny. Mitchell, we all think highly of Claude. Good man, he was a very good man. So sad. Yeah, RIP Willow. Supplying. I thought Jurgen managed it okay tonight. It's from Mitchell. Jota was off. It took off when he needed to be. Spot on there, Mitchell. Amons. Klopp said on top four. I think I'll watch it. Spot on there, lads. Thank you for putting the Jurgen Klopp quotes in. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. I think he knows, really. I tell you, I think you would see Jurgen Klopp with his top off in Pop World of Liverpool do manage to get a top four spot. I tell you, I think we're all cheering him. As long as he's had his COVID vaccinations anyway, it's important. But yeah, spot on there, Helen. Helen, last comment. Think we will be fresher than the Manx for Thursday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Helen. I really do appreciate every single one of you for dropping your comments in and for dropping a like on the video as well. Absolute legends. If you don't mind dropping a like on the video, if you haven't done so, it really does help the YouTube algorithm and push the video out to other heads. I know YouTube hasn't really been notifying everyone, but always check up on the channel anyway. Mitchell, Helen, Ginny, Ginny 20, Willow as well, Helen Dijam, the 1892 Reds podcast, Dave, Amons as well. Mitchell as well, and the Anfield Lark. Legends, have a lovely rest of your Saturday night. Have a bevy, have a cuppa, get to bed, chill, watch Netflix. The Reds have done the jobs, and I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Really do appreciate all the support on the channel. Keep safe and well, Reds. Hopefully you have a lovely Sunday roast tomorrow, if you're having one, and enjoy your night. Get in the Reds. We can only believe. Believe, Reds, come on. See you later, Reds. Appreciate all the support.